So when you break it down and you explain it to people, people don't like hearing what I have to say. They genuinely do not. And there's some truth behind what I say. You know, I I don't genuinely I'm not hating on some other cultures, some other races. It's just me stating how it's very, very bizarre to be obsessed with a race and a culture, especially when it's always condemning other people from being exactly who they are. Hence why I have a problem with a lot of what's going on within, our a lot of what's going on in the world right now, solely because it's an idea of how far along we are in society, that it's, I get backlash on something like once, twice a day, maybe even more, and sometimes even on my day off I'll get backlash. Like, and it's so bizarre because I'll be doing literally nothing. I'll be just sitting here minding my own business, playing a game, and then the internet just goes completely quiet on me. Like, I'm supposed to be punished for having fun. I don't know who you are, but if you think punishing people for having fun and living their life is a good example, remember, you're not Jesus Christ. You're not God. All right, just remember that. You don't have that power, and to act as such proves why people probably are not a fan of you the way you like them to be. Okay, the obsession with being in charge of everything is a very, very bizarre obsession. Okay, the only way you can get to that level of being in charge of everything is making mistakes, having people punish you. You can't just accept the fact you might get into a spot that's better by doing what you're doing. Okay, you have to at least piss some people off along the way. That's how you become successful. All right, it's normal for me to piss a person off on a daily basis because I am doing shit exactly how I'm supposed to be. Whether it's my landlord, this guy next door, anybody, even at my job, if I'm pissing you off, it's because I'm doing something that you don't like, and I'm becoming successful for the thing you don't like that I'm doing. That's just how this all goes. And this is something you'll pick up on if you're doing shit the right way. You'll piss off a bunch of people. You'll piss off that woke crowd. You'll piss off you'll get backlash from people, and they won't let you say anything. That's just how it goes, okay? That's how things go. And God blesses those that are receiving a massive punishment from, like, the masses, the people. And God, if you haven't noticed, that's why I'm okay with just pissing people off so much, because there's always a blessing at the end of the day, whether it's not today or tomorrow, but down the road, I'll receive a huge blessing due to the fact that I've upset one too many people for saying something that wasn't even supposed to be directed towards hate, but everybody ended up hating it because they know it's the honest truth. All right. So when I say something like don't be obsessed with culture and race, meaning like the vast majority of everybody is obsessed with their own culture and a race, we see this within every single community out there that has, a nationality in their background. I see it within the Latin culture. I see it in the black community. I see it in the Latin community. I think I said that. I see it in the Jewish community. I see it just about everywhere. And it does get obnoxious. I see it within Italians, okay? Why is it that I'm barely even seeing an Irish people take that much pride in themselves? Is because more than likely the Irish know that they don't have to brag about anything. They don't have to brag. They just know that they're already right with God. You don't go around being like, well, my race, my culture is right with God. Is yours right with God? No, it doesn't work like that. You don't get that say. All right. So, I'm going to say this. As an American, yes, I'm an American too. I'm also a bunch of other cultures mixed together. But I'm making a valid point, okay? I'm making a very, very valid point. We need to stop this. We need to stop letting our cultures and races divide us. We need to stop letting our culture and races upset each other, because that's just stupid too. Let a human being live, okay? The least cultures I hear about in the fucking news are the Irish, the British, the Scottish. I don't even hear about the French people. What are the Everybody's off minding their own fucking business, and here we are in America being a bunch of dumbasses directing ourselves over to caring about what's going on in the Middle East. Now, this is going to be a hot topic, but whatever is going on over in those other countries right now that are having war amongst each other, guess what? Reality of the truth is they've been doing that forever. They've been doing it forever. All right. So if you feel bad for something that's going on with Israel right now, or you feel bad with something that's going on with Palestine, hate to break it to you, but that stuff's been going on longer than you realize. And this is just an attempt for the American people to send money to them. This is just their attempt to look into it and be like, well, we saw them do it with Russia and what's the other country? I can't think of it right now. But we saw there people outside the country would be like, yeah, we saw them do it with that country, so let's get them to send money to us too, out of the fact they care too much. Like, and that's what they're seeing from us. They see that we care too much. All right? That's why I piss people off with what I say. I don't care. I don't care. And it's because I look at it this way. If you haven't looked into the history of Israel and you're not listening to the Bible and stuff like that, you'll learn wars broke out every day in the Bible. The Bible is mainly a book of war and how a war gets settled through the power of Jesus Christ and prayer and God and all that. There's much more to the Bible, but one of the main key factors in Israel is there's a war going on all the time. All right? That's something I just picked up by reading the Bible. There's war all the time. It's just it gets to the point where it gets kind of redundant. It gets the Bible has shown me there's a lot more, and the belief of God and Jesus Christ are very, very high on my scale right now because I've seen a lot happen, and I enjoy listening to the Bible and the story behind it. But there are wars going on over there, ladies and gentlemen. It's all the time. It's just not now. It's every day for those people, and that's if I pissed you off by saying that, I hate to break it to you, but there's a lot more going on in the world that if you're not aware of and you're stuck thinking that you know everything that's going on in the world, trust me, you don't. There's a lot of really bad stuff going on in those countries that I wouldn't even want to fund the countries. In fact, my friend told me something years ago that I used to be friends with, okay? And this is not a lie. He told me this because he was in the army. But he explained to me, over in the Middle East, there's a day called Man Love Monday where the guys actually, do stuff with young males, okay? I don't know why this is a thing, but this is disgusting, and this is why I don't want to fund what's going on over there because it's so vile and what's the other word I'm looking for? It's so vile that I don't want to fund those people over there because I know what they're capable of. I'm just throwing that out there. But if you are all about this racial war, I hate to break it to you, but stop adding fuel to the fire. I will go to you and tell you to stop. I will literally tell you to stop because you're adding fuel to the fire that we as Americans don't need. And yes, I piss a lot of people off, and I already openly admit I'm not following people that are going to promote election. I'm tired of seeing every single year I'm on the internet and there's an election going on. Well, Donald Trump this, blah blah blah. Election season was over. Fucking a couple last year. Okay, when it's over, it's over. Leave it alone. All right. I can't take I can't take being around a culture genuinely based as a topic and a thing everybody likes to get involved with, like as if it's some sort of like hobby that's fun. Politics is not fun. It's not meant to be fun. We are not meant to get involved in politics that deeply, but we somehow, because we're stupid, we do. All right? I have a lot of takes on a lot of different things, but the one thing you will realize about me is I stand true to normally what I say, and if I get dragged into it, I pull myself right back out of it eventually. Because it's not something I want, and it should be something nobody wants. To have a really high political standpoint, you must live one hell of a boring life if you do that. And if I pissed you off for saying that, well then that's your problem. Because I'm not here to pander to your crowd of people where you're political and I'm not. All right? I'm not here to pander to that. I'm not I just don't give a damn who the next president is. I don't give a damn about what's going on in some other countries funding that. I also don't give a damn about when we associate each other with a culture and a race. That's stupid as well. A lot of the things we do are stupid, and I stand by my word. I'm done. I'm done putting up with whatever the fuck it is that this culture is, this brainwash culture. I'm done with it. That's why I've rebelled against it so much in so many ways that I am now playing video games as a hobby, because anytime I look at the internet and I follow a certain group of people, I see fucking really retarded pictures of fucking Donald Trump. Ha! That's not funny. There's people actually laughing at that, being like, "Oh, that's funny. That's laughable." No, it's fucking not. No, it's not. Let me explain what funny is to you, okay? Funny is completely different. It's not the presidents. For some reason, the presidents, they find them funny. Okay, I just can't find a person that runs our country to be funny. He's not supposed to be funny, first of all. And it doesn't matter how much you put somebody in charge that's supposed to be comedic humor. It fucks everything up. It fucks everything up. And this is why I don't get involved with politics at all. Because I'm tired of seeing our country just go to shit because we put some dumbass in our office and we elect the person because we think they're going to be good. But he's going in there to be a sense of humor to America. Dude, I don't get it. I don't get when the dumbass parade came into America. I really don't get the dumbass parade. All right. So, there's a lot more funny stuff on the internet that I can laugh at, but the president certainly aren't one of them. I will never be amused by something a president does. I will never be amused by any clip of Biden, Trump, and Barack Obama talking about Zelda and arguing about it. I will never be amused by that stuff. It's solely because it's over fucking rated and anybody finding it funny. This is all just a fad, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very weird fad, to be exact. I don't know why politics became a mainstream article and topic of society. It's not supposed to be that way. And this goes back to everything that I'm saying. If you find politics, if you find race and separation of race, and if you find helping out other people around the world is a good time, you're one hell of a boring person and you need a hobby. Please, go find something worth your while that consists of, like, maybe you reading, maybe you writing, maybe you playing a video game, and don't get me started on the people who watch movies, because they're just a whole other monster. They're a whole other monster. Anyway, I'm done talking. I said my piece. This is why I will not support people who are supporting elections. This is why I'm not watching political stuff anymore, because I'm just tired of it. At the end of the day, why care so much about something and think it's funny when it's really not all that funny after all? I'm sticking to video games. I'm not going back to any political movement, especially when people are like, "Well, I can't trust you because you didn't vote." Motherfucker, I made that decision on my own. What do you give a fuck about? What do you actually give a fuck about me not voting for? I look at it this way. You dumbasses are giving out your information to the political system, and then they have you on lock. They will call your phone. They will harass you. They will be like, "Well, don't vote on this, vote on this." Like, they will harass you for that stuff. And it's just obnoxious. Like, people, I helped a few years back to see what was actually going on. And I'll tell you what, there were people actually getting mad that we were calling them. Okay? So think about this. Think about it this way. If your election season allows you to, push your thing into somebody's face and it pisses somebody off, you're not doing it for the right reason. You're doing it literally because you're a fucking jackass. All right? Any political person this time of the year is going to be a complete fucking jackass. I don't care what anybody says. I'll say it outright to their face if they need to hear it. I'll tell them they're a fucking jackass, because nobody gives a fuck about anything going on political, reality of their truth. Back in the day, we didn't care about this shit. Nobody did. And all of a sudden we care. What the fuck happened? All right? I'm done with this political bullshit. You know how many times I ended up, realizing I got pulled into that shit? Multiple. This year will be different. And you know how it would be different? It's going to be me not giving a fuck about what goes on in office, and everybody's going to bitch in my ear about it. And you know what? You know what's going to happen? I'm still not going to give a fuck. Still not going to give a fuck. I'm going to go about my merry way, go to my job, and stop giving a shit about this. And at the end of the day, looking back on everything, yes, I pissed off a bunch of people solely because I don't give a fuck about things like that. And it's not like I'm harming everybody. It's just anybody. It's just that you have to be aware that you're going to piss people off in life. And I do it far too often. And I just don't give a fuck. You know? Some of my idols growing up were people that just genuinely piss people off. And maybe that's where I got the attitude from. Maybe that's where I got the nonchalant, I don't give a shit about things personality from. But at the end of the day, why do you care so much? Why do you want me to care so much? And what does it mean for you? It's not going to change how I feel about you. And at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to make me change and care about something you care so much about. So, just some food for thought. If I'm pissing you off, it's because I genuinely don't give a fuck, and I need you all to understand that. And I genuinely think that you should be more accepting of the idea that you care too much, and I just don't. Alright, I don't. And that's why I go and I piss people off every day. I just posted something on Twitter stating about, well, let's see how many people I can piss off today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm fully aware I piss people off like every single day. Do I care? No. Why give a fuck about everything I do in life when I could give a fuck about just, not giving a fuck about what I do? Like, I don't know. It's really hard to explain. But I hope you guys get the point. I want to throw this out there because election season is coming up. We're officially in November and bullshit signs are everywhere. Dude, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it and I don't really care about it. And I want you people out there to realize that this is dumb. And you caring so much about this is the most stupidest thing you could do. Quit wasting your time on politics. There's better shit you could be doing with your time, your life, whatever. Quit wasting your time on politics. Quit wasting your time on news. Quit wasting your time on caring about what goes on in other countries. And quit wasting your time caring about what other people think about you. Quit wasting your time on those things. And you will, and praise God, listen to the Bible 30 minutes a day. It will change your life dramatically, and you'll start being more aware of how you feel about something, and you'll start to pull away from those people that you're in. You will have a sense of freedom within yourself. But you guys blending together, being a clique, you're not getting any sort of freedom. You have this idea that because one person does it, you're going to be part of that clique because one person does it. No, it doesn't work that way. All right? My friends were always outcasts growing up, and do I want a bunch of people being like me? Certainly fucking not. I want outcasts. I want people that aren't going to try to be like me and try to be like, and also not try to be like the next fucking person. Because that's just a bunch of bullshit. Be you. Understand what you like and do hobbies you like. And I don't mean sexuality-wise. I don't mean transgender-wise. I don't mean being gay. What I mean is genuine people who stop giving a fuck about everything that's going on and stop giving a fuck about trying to blend into everything and just be your fucking self. That's why you see me get so much flack. Because I genuinely don't give a fuck and I will not bend a knee to a bunch of people who want me to be a certain way. All because they feel like I'm supposed to fit into their fucking fucked up agenda. Alright? Now, with that said, I'm done here. I'm done ranting. I'm done complaining. This vlog took a different route. But, again, this is election season. Do you want to sit there and care too much about the chaos that's going on with a bunch of other people and be pissed off if you lost an election? I certainly don't. I certainly don't give a fuck about, who's in office. By the time the main election with the presidents roll around, I'm going to know about them months after, just because I don't fucking know what's actually going on right now. I don't even know right now who's actually trying to run. Or who will be running, for a matter of fact. And later on when it happens, I'll find out about it months down the road, because I just don't care. And when I find out about it months down the road, or maybe towards the end, then you'll see that I don't give a fuck. Until then, I want you guys to understand that you're gonna see me not bring this stuff up too often. But the fact is, this is not good for anybody mentally. Elections, caring about the news all the time, caring about what's going on in other countries, feeding money to them. It's a bunch of bullshit. All right, and that's it. That's it. That's where I draw this. Okay, I said enough. All right. If you like what you saw here, or if you like this fiery hot take video, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and also hit the notification bell for me for more like this, because that's what this channel is about. It's a hot, spicy take channel sometimes. It's a vlog channel in general. It just explains how I feel. All right. Take it easy, and I'll be seeing you next time.